best way. Oh, there's a rock there. Ready?
Are they playing with the different modes?
Yeah.
So when you're on the motor off,
Yeah.
Rev said it takes longer to do.
Yeah.
Work, it's not taking more control.
Yeah. I guess works once you pull in a trailer. I just got gears. Second gear. Third gear. Don't know if I'll even need fourth gear on this trailer. Day. We're going to the coast after this, so hopefully, you know, nobody gets hurt before we leave. I'm talking to my buddy Patrick. He's got a, I think an SXF 450 KTM, you know, the motocross 450, and he rides down in Pageland. He rides a lot of the sand trails. I was watching some of his videos the other day, man, that looks fun. That looks like a good place to take that 250 RX, because I can really just kind of open her up. This place is kind of rocky for that 250 Honda. Now that being said, I did finally get, after 1 year, I finally got my KTM 350 XFW back. It has a rebuilt motor in it, and the rest of the suspension and stuff, it's only got, I think, 2,000 miles. Now those are really hard miles though, but I got it had a flat tube in it. A flat tube. We picked it up from the shop, so I can't even really ride it. Now it does crank up and go better than it ever has, but you know, riding a flat tire, I couldn't really get on it too much. Just enough to get on the trailer and then back into the shop. So we'll get a tube on that when we come back from vacation. I imagine my next video will be on that thing. I'm going to try to drive it to town a couple of times. Make sure everything's good with it, not leaking any oil anywhere. What had happened on that KTM is the guy who I bought it from had just had the top end done on it. And the folks that did the top end, they couldn't get the gaskets, because the gaskets, it's a 2012 KTM. It's really hard to get gaskets for it, parts. Especially the 350. And well, anyways, the shop before the guy used, I'm not gonna say the name of it, because he might have been the one that told him to do it, but they just used gasket maker and stuff like that instead of gaskets, and they didn't. Evidently, I think they thought they drained the oil, and they didn't drain the oil. I'm not sure. The thing had 3 quarts of oil in it. It only takes 1. It takes 1.1. I drained out 3 quarts. And it has a sight glass, and I always looked at the sight glass and seen it was full. I didn't know it was. I never thought it was that full, you know. So I drained it out, put a 1.1 quart in there and fired it up, and it ran for just a second. And I gave it a blip of the throttle and it turned off, and even the Kickstarter wouldn't turn it over after that. And what had happened is, when I drained the oil, I believe all that gunk from the gasket maker and whatnot, because they had it gobbed on there, they got in there and blocked some of the oil passages, or got starved my bearings. All could have been avoided if they just used the right gaskets. It took forever to get the gaskets for that thing. Eventually we had to get them from, excuse me, I think Australia. Man, I'd love to go to Australia. They got trails like this, thousands of miles. I know they don't have a lot of freedoms, but they do got the land anyways. But Canada's got a lot of off-road access too. It's a lot closer than Australia is. Their accent isn't quite as cool, but it's pretty close. It's pretty close. I think a lot of my off-road channels I watch are up there north of the border. Adrenaline Junkie, ATV, Octocruiser. They just got such great places to ride. We're here just bouncing on rocks. Now, a lot of people love this kind of stuff. Now, we do have, West Virginia is only 3 hours away. Tennessee's about 6 from us. There's great places up there. But it's all, well, not all of it, but a lot of it's just more challenging terrain, which is fun. But I like to get out and explore and go to new places. So I'd really like to go to, Newfoundland? Okay, which way? I think I'm gonna go this way. Had to concentrate for a minute. I'm not used to. On the bike, it's so much easier. I just got to pick one line for one wheel. This one, I got 4 to worry about, seems like. Plus, I got a lot heavier machine to fall on me. Man, it just soaks it up. But yeah, I see they got like a lot of ATV tours. You can just go and explore the whole island up there. That'd be fun. It's a good long way away from us, but it'd be cool to take the ferry over there, ride for 3 or 4 days. That's my kind of vacation. I don't remember the best way. Oh, there's a rock there. Let's see which way he's going to go. Yeah, he didn't hit that rock like I did. Kind of tempted to put it in low range, first gear, so I can, drink a coffee while it goes down this hill. Piece of somebody's rear mud guard or something. I guess I do kind of enjoy going down these hills like this real slow, let the suspension kind of eat up everything, because back in the day, coming on this thing with a 400EX or even the 300EX, yeah, there wasn't no suspension travel. Suspension travel was your tire pressure, it seemed like. Of course, all the quads I had were all clapped out already. we go. We made it. We made it. I'll bring you guys back for something more interesting next time. It does wear you out though. But she can do it. She can do it. 1000 XP Sportsman. Sure ain't no Razor Turbo, but it'll last longer than both those machines probably together. Alright guys, we're about to come up the rock face here on the Daniel Trail in the Uwharrie OHVs. You got plenty of lines, lots of ways to take it, depending on your tire size, skill level. And this morning we're going to go the easier way, probably not the easiest way, but the easier way. Probably could have used four-wheel drive there, but nah. Let's see what she'll do in two-wheel first. Of course, the video doesn't make it look like we're going up anything, I'm sure. And the stabilization makes it look smooth as butter, but it's not. It's not terrible though. Saw a line. Well, maybe I will put it in full drive. I mean, just because I got it. Oh yeah, I didn't even know we had this over here. That's the kind of bypass, even though I know it's not an official bypass, but that's what they need everywhere around here. Let's go see which way he decided to go. hear him, I think. He's down there somewhere. Oh, he's way down there. I don't know what he's doing. Maybe he did low range? My 4-wheel, I haven't got to ride that thing yet. But this one is for the bride, so if one were to be wrecked, we definitely don't want it to be the bride's. Well, RJ, I think it looks good with those tires on there, brother. Thank you. Put it in low range.
What?
Well, here we go. We're about to go up to the very top of the Daniel Trail. Get a really good view up here. Kind of early this morning, so I doubt anybody will be up here. In the afternoons, it's usually pretty busy, pretty banging spot. Mostly because it's really tough on the other side, so a lot of people come up and look. But not too many people go down. As you can see, it isn't something for the faint of heart. Sure is beautiful though. You going down it? You going down it? Alright guys, we came down this just a little bit ago, but I kind of want to tinker. I kind of want to see what it'll do in 4-wheel diff lock low range. I just want to put up this thing, just see how easy we can do it. Maybe that's just a rock crawler in me. I kind of like to see how slow and smooth we can do some of this stuff sometimes. I know we can go fast, go up with no problem. But this is literally first year low range on stock. I think some of these 26-inch tires, not aggressive by any means. I feel like we need to go back down and try it again, 2-wheel drive, to see if there's any difference. Oh yeah, that's nothing, absolutely nothing. Old Ruby did good. Oh, it's so hard to turn, diff lock. All right. Low range works. Trying to look to see if the diff lock can't come off. Then we got another little hill climb coming up here. I can't remember the name of this trail. Is it Slab Pile? I think it's Slab Pile. Wolf's Den? I can't remember anymore. Trail number 92. Google Map, Uwharrie OHV Trail 92. You can find out which one it is. Yeah, we're gonna go the easy side again. Yep, brother's behind me. We don't need full drive for the rest of this. I don't know, we didn't need it for that. I just, daggone, I got a full drive four wheeler. I want to use it sometimes. You guys know what I'm saying? Coming from that, the Razors I've had, especially that Razor Turbo, man, we almost never use full drive in that thing. Unless it was mud. And I hated taking the side by side in the mud. It's so much to clean. Literally spend 2 hours cleaning, and that's not even detailing, that's just cleaning. And I got a pretty good system down now. I use purple power. I put purple power in my foam cannon, you know, dilute it, purple power in there, spray it on before I even touch it. I might rinse it off first, maybe. Sometimes not even that. Spray that on, and it really does a good job of getting rid of a lot of stuff. And then I'll wash it with, you know, some, you know, nicer car wash or some UTV waste of money brand soap. And then I'd usually take a like the ceramic, you know, kind of like the new quick wax, whatever waxes dry, the ceramic stuff. I think it's hydrophobic, and wipe it down pretty good. Use a leaf blower to get rid of a lot of the water I could, especially on the inside. And quite often I use the McGuire's tire foam shine, the foam kind, not the gel kind, the foam kind. You know, use that on the black plastics, especially the is rough plastic's the right word, but the textured plastics. Man, that stuff does a really good job bringing that back, keeping them protected, not too sticky. I seen Tusk just came out, you know, Rocky Mountain ATV. Tusk just came out with their SC1 competition brand. I think they got it on sale now for like $5 a can. So I'm kind of interested to try that. I get a lot of stuff from Rocky Mountain ATV. I got my friends at Everything UTV in Seagrove, right below Asheboro, where we're at. Ashton and Jackie or Chris and Erica, they're the owners. They usually give me a pretty good deal on parts, so I always try to deal with them first. I gotta get with Ashton to get winches for these things. Usually he can get me a good enough deal that you know, there's really not a lot of point in going with a Harbor Freight winch. Even though I've had amazing luck with Harbor Freight winches, and I use a Harbor Freight winch daily for work all the time in the shed business. And almost, well, I don't think of any issue we've ever had that wasn't, you know, operator error. So I don't mind at all running a Badlands winch. In fact, I'd rather have a Badlands winch than a Super ATV winch, just because of my personal history. But that Can-Am, it's pretty neat. You know, I like the way the OEM Can-Am winch, they got a great place for the control goes into the switches, It has a little piece you knock out, fits right in. You don't even, it's like the size of one of these switches. Then the relay box, I don't know, the control box, whatever, it's got a spot for that up inside the inner fender. So I mean, it's never going to get covered in mud and dust, and it's going to stay very well protected. It's pretty high, but it's not super high. But I mean, it should all be waterproof in there, so it doesn't really matter. It gets wet, the whole winch gets wet. But I think it's $400 or $500, 25, 35 steel line, which I prefer steel line. The only reason I like synthetic is for the weight, and the safety. But the synthetic isn't as safe as people think it is, because a lot of times you'll break when you wouldn't have broken the steel cable, especially if you're rubbing against a tree or a rock. You know, you really need to have a sleeve on it, take care of it, and do maintenance on it. You should on both of them, but you know, maintenance is the thing. If you know how to use your maintenance on your winch, both of them are going to last you a very long time and do you a good job. I just like the weight savings. But I guess, I mean, come on a 3/16 rope on a 4-wheeler, how much lighter can it be? If this is a sport quad and you're putting a winch on, I understand, but that Can-Am back there, I think it weighs like 900 something pounds. Are you really going to notice an extra 5 pounds on the front? I don't think so. But you might notice it when that cable's all rusted up because you haven't used it in 3 years.